This is Cherry again, and we have an asymmetric battle, tier 5s and 6s against tier 8s. As you can see by if you can count, as you can see, we are actually 9v7, which is quite possibly the worst odds I've seen in one of these games. Um, yeah. Yes, someone's complaining about it already. The odds are getting even worse for the lower tier games, 9v7. So basically, what we're going to do here is we're in a Kamikaze, which is by far and away the most broken ship in the game. Perfectly suited for this game mode. It really is perfectly suited for this game mode. As long as there's no radar or carrier, you are laughing all the way to the bank. So I have a level of confidence in the game. Someone's obviously mentioned the fact it's 9v7. No, it's all good. More victims. Yeah, cherry confidence. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break from the norm on this map. This is the Newport co-op game map. Now, rather than heading straight for the caps like everyone always does, I'm going to try something a little bit different here. I'm going to head as far south as I can and try to get in behind the enemy ships by the south route, because just by what I've seen in the past, the tier 8s tend to cluster up and go for the caps. So I'm kind of hoping I can get in behind them and cause mayhem from the rear. Now, obviously, Kamikaze has very fast reload on its torpedoes. It has 6 torps in 3 launchers of 2. 7 kilometer range, relatively fast, remarkably hard hitting. Back in the day, I would more than happily take this up against tier 8s before radar became a thing and before carriers became a plague. Fill in what you like there. Cami happily play it as a tier 5 in a division with 2 tier 6s. More than happy to play against tier 8s all day long. It would be nice to be able to get tier 9s, but just doesn't happen. There was a thing with these kind of ships back in the day where we would take these Akazis in with tier 10s before they set the limit. So you could have a really stealthy little destroyer, no radar, no hydro, nothing like that, that would allow you to just troll tier 10s with it. Looks like my plan is not exactly going to work particularly well here, because it looks suspiciously like there's a couple or 3 ships coming over this way. So, going to have a slight change of plan. We're going to dive into the channel and try and stop them from pushing round, and see if the rest of the team can hold off the remainder at the top. Obviously, the Kamikaze's got a concealment of 5.4, which is better than anything the enemy could have. It's also got a decent turn of speed. The fact there's no radar carrier is absolutely dream come true territory. It's whether we run out of ships before we win is probably the issue here. I think as the game goes on, if I can remember rightly, I think I only got spotted once by one ship in the whole game. So I managed to just keep your concealment. The important thing here is just to keep your concealment. You've got it. It's the biggest threat you've got. As you can see, the Bismarck flashed up. Just going to throw some torpedoes randomly at that corner in the expectation that he's going to push around. Never know, might do. And then we just wait for him. As you can see, I'm keeping to my own advice here, which is basically don't switch over to guns anytime soon, because once you're locked onto a ship and you unlock to switch back to guns or torpedoes, then they kind of, in often cases, know when you've fired your torps. Well, that was 2 little torp hits for what, 24,000 damage on a Bismarck. Not got very good torpedo protection, that thing. And already the torps are back up again. So we're going to keep this at 6 kilometers, roughly, just to stay out of range of that hydro that the Bismarck could or should be carrying. Our team appear to have gone for the northern cap. The enemy team appear to have gone for the middle cap. sorry, the southern cap. So we are. Oh, it is only one cap. Is it only one cap? No, it's two caps. So our team have gone for the northern cap, enemy team have gone for the southern cap, and already we've lost the Fubuki. So we are down to me as a destroyer. Oh no, there's two more destroyers. Looking at the icons there. So currently we are just ahead. And it's just a case of keeping the Bismarck at range and trying to dissuade him from pushing. He's now on his own. I mean, he's pushing alone against a Kamikaze. He must know it's a Kami here. You'd have thought so. Kind of forgot about the line there. Right, now that flood should stick for a little while. That's the beauty with the reload on these. You can get the floods to stick. 4 seconds and torques back up again. So it's just a constant rain of fast firing torpedoes. Again, 2 narrow, 1 wide. And that allows us to have 2 going down the centre, 4 torpedoes down the central line, and 1 that comes out slightly wider. If they turn one way or the other, they may take a torp. So just keeping that at 6, slowing down a little bit. Just want to keep him in range. Another 20k. And another flood. At some point that Bismarck's got to get the clue. It's time to bail out, basically. He's got to get the message at some point. Is he trying to heal through that? No, he's not. Again, 2 narrows, 1 wide, just to keep him interested. I would say our friendly Bismarck is. I think he's bailing out. I think he's kind of come to the conclusion that doesn't want to be here. Just watch for torpedoes. He's going to dodge all of those. He's got that hydro running. But that's pushed him back. It's dissuaded him. Now we can go and contest the caps. Looks like the enemy DD is going for the northern cap.
Engine boost activated.
And we'll have a little cheeky fire of the guns once I'm out of spotting range. Get a little lob over the island once he can't see me when I fire, just for the lulz of it. There you go. Right, unspotted again. And a cheeky fire just to add insult to injury. That's like go away and don't come back. So basically we're 4v3 at the moment, which is pretty darn good actually. But it's looking like we've just lost the Vesteras to the Massachusetts. So we're now 2v3. So we lost 2 DGs. So I'm going to dive in and grab the southern cap, because we're now way behind on points. We're down on ships. So I'm going to grab this cap and try and make the most of a situation where it looks like it's not going to end well. So let's get as much XP as we can, I suppose. Another little cheeky shot on the mass as soon as I go around the corner. And miss completely at 7 kilometers. Just slow down to get the cap. And then keep looking north for that Fubuki, because he will pop up. He's got to pop up. He knows where I am, I know where he is. And it's got to have taken some damage. Lobbing the torpedoes out just in case the Bismarck puts his brave pants back on again. Oh, and there's the Akatsuki.
Engine boost deactivated.
Nice low health by the looks of it. Let's have a go. Kamikaze. Gumbo. Gumbo Kamikaze. And he's dead. So we're now even up on ships 2v2. So basically we've got a Massachusetts and a Bismarck against... Oh. So the Massachusetts ran the revolution. And I know the Massachusetts ran the revolution because I had a conversation with the guy in the revolution after the game, and he said that Massachusetts has just thrown the game for the enemy team. So basically we're going to head north, grab this cap, and getting lots of encouragement from teammates. You can win it, I believe it. So we'll grab this cap, which basically stops them getting any more points, so we can start to build up the points again. We've got 4 minutes 20 left in the game. It's quite close on the points. I'm assuming that Bismarck's going to try and grab the other cap. This has got to be an interesting one. He spent most of the first part of the game being picked on by a Kamikaze, who's the only one left to pick on him now. It's got to be a battleship's worst nightmare. 1v1 with a Kamikaze. It's like, it doesn't matter what tier you are, apart from possibly an Iowa, you really are screwed. I mean, what do? You just have to move and hope. This is just to discourage him, maybe get him to turn the other way. I'm just throwing torps out just to hope he'll go the other way. I'm trying to push him out of the cap or through the cap, so at least if I need to, I can recap it. Because we do need both these caps for as long as possible. Even if he takes the cap, I still need them not racking up any more points. So we're 456, 524 with 3 minutes left. Not going to be tempted to fire. I was tempted to fire the guns. Was really tempted to fire the guns. But I think that would have just lost the game. Because at this range he could have just pushed in on me with his high drive. I'd have smoked. Just keep spamming those torpedoes. Just to keep pushing. Just keep him pushing. So he's going to take the cap, I would assume. And I'm just going to keep that at over 6 kilometers range and try and sneak in the cap behind him. So we're 486, 530, so we need that cap, or we need him dead, and I'm not going to be able to get him dead because he's moving away from me the whole time. So let's see if we can do anything with the caps. What I like about this game mode is that people don't. There's very little niggling. There's very little niggling goes on with the players. They're not complaining and griping. I mean, it's like they just leave you to get on with it. Now I know for a fact the guy in the October Revolution was watching because he commented afterwards. But I'm not sure if people just bail out and grab their next ship, or whether it's worth watching one to see if it's a win. I think what concerns me about asymmetrics is that there isn't a benefit apart from credits XP and stuff like that really in winning. I can't see a benefit in winning. You get the same amount of tokens for a win or a loss. However, I did get 12 steel at the end of this. I'm not quite sure where that came from, whether it was steel for this game mode or if it came from somewhere else. Anyway, so we're going to cut this cap, which has stopped them clicking. So we're 549, 584. By the time we've got this, by the time I've got this cap, we should be fairly even on points. Because now we're stopping them from gaining anymore. We've got 53 seconds. So we just need to get that above 584. Right. So 573. Just going to now look at this and go, right, that is, we're above, it's a win, I'm running. So 25 seconds to go, I'm ejecting, vacating, bailing out, running, doing a quick one, moonlight flip, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, that was the game. I thought it was quite entertaining. It was actually 7v9, which is very, very entertaining. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Be nice to each other. Bye bye.